Ladies and gentlemen, I would just like to start by thanking you for taking the time to watch this short film, and indeed for taking an interest in the work of the Campaign for Wool and all it is trying to do to explain the benefits of this wonderful natural fibre. For far too long, it seems to me, we have been ignoring the fact that nature is capable of providing us with so much of what we need in order to live on this planet. Mankind has put all its ingenuity, creativity, and intellect into efforts to replace nature's gifts with man-made creations, in the belief they are all somehow better or more efficient than anything which has been simply grown or reared. Now, there is no doubt that this has produced some enormous benefits for our society. People live longer, have access to universal education, better health care, and the promise of pensions. We also have more leisure time, opportunities to travel. The list is endless. But on the debit side, we in the industrialized world have increased our consumption of the Earth's resources in the last 30 years to such an extent that as a result our collective demands are exceeding nature's capacity for renewal by some 25% annually. Now, it would appear that humanity is beginning to discover the limits of our capacity to replace nature, and instead is rediscovering the many remarkable ways in which nature can, in harmony with man's ingenuity, sustain and enhance our quality of life. There is, I think, no clearer example of this than our approach to wool. A couple of years ago, I was shocked to discover that it often costs more to shear a sheep than a farmer would be paid for the wool. The result was that around the world, farmers were reducing the size of their flocks and even giving up sheep rearing altogether. This parlous economic situation had been brought about because we were too regularly ignoring the natural product in favor of cheaper man-made alternatives. The ultimate insanity was when I learnt that a new breed of sheep had been developed which doesn't need shearing, called, can you believe it, Easy Care. So, in an attempt to tackle this increasingly unsustainable solution and the complete waste of a valuable renewable product, I convened a meeting at my home in London for representatives of all aspects of the wool trade, from the growers to top-end fashion designers and manufacturers, to see if there was anything which could possibly be done. It was clear that everyone realized that wool was a brilliant product, but that consumers had forgotten its benefits. The result, then, is this campaign, which I'm delighted to say is supported by all the major trade organizations around the world, including the British Wool Marketing Board, the International Wool Textile Organization, Woolmark International, the New Zealand Wool Growers, and Viking Wools of Norway. There are also many other companies and organizations making up the largest coalition in recent history, who are helping to help raise awareness amongst consumers about wool's unique properties, which are, when you look at them, frankly amazing. Now, whether it is the products you use to furnish your home or the clothes you choose to wear, it is clear nature has the edge on the man-made competition. For example, wool is naturally flame retardant to some 600 degrees and can meet even the most stringent safety rules without the need for additional chemical treatments. Something perhaps to consider when you are buying, say, clothes for your children. Wool has the most excellent natural handling properties. Its renowned drape is due to the fineness of the fibers as well as its natural elasticity and resilience. Wool has a structure which allows it to absorb and release perspiration naturally, whether that is in clothes or in the home. It is able to acclimatize to individual environments, which means that a wool jumper will ensure you are never too hot or too cold, and that a building which uses wool insulation will be able to breathe naturally. And, perhaps most surprisingly, the evidence shows that if you use wool duvets or blankets, then you are more likely to get a good night's sleep. There are, of course, many more reasons to use wool, and a large number of these are listed on the campaign's website at campaignforwool.org. But we mustn't forget that one of the main benefits of wool is its impact on our environment. More and more people now want to know how they can leave a lighter footprint on the planet. So by choosing wool, you can do just that and benefit from the most superior product from some of the most hard-working farmers in the world.